Next today, we have Columbus Crew head coach Caleb Porter. Thomas, do you want to start us off with a question?
Thanks for your time tonight, Coach. Another match where offensively it looked like Crew had the better momentum throughout the match. A lot of good pressure tonight. On those 2 goals give up, can you kind of walk through what you saw and what you saw go through?
Yeah, cruel game. I've been in this game a long time, and there are certain games that are more cruel than others. I do think in the long run it's fair as well, but today it was very cruel. I thought it was one of our best first 60 minutes of the year. We came out, you could see visibly from the first minute our energy, and that's after jacking the guys around for basically 2-3 hours. We had to tell them 7 times that they were going out, and then they're not going out. And their team had to deal with it too. So there's no rhythm. The last time they ate a meal was 11 o'clock this morning. I thought our players had the better attitude going into the game. And then 2 minutes in, it's cut off. Now we got to sit for another 30 minutes. And I thought our guys had the better attitude coming out again. And we played outstanding that first half. Completely dictated the game, got in great spots. They couldn't break us down. We stepped up on goal kicks. They couldn't play through it. It's the best team in the league. And you wouldn't have known that. And then we started the second half bright as well, and we get a goal that we feel is 1-0 up for us, and then it's ripped away, and I think he was slightly off. But I've seen a lot of those calls go the other way this year, actually, where they reward the attacker. Is what it is. And then really out of nowhere, they're not getting any sustained pressure on us. They're not getting any real chances other than in transition on set pieces. And, they make a couple subs, of course, with Vela and Rodriguez, and they still weren't creating chances to start the half. And it's a goal kick. We lose the first ball, second ball kind of nicks behind Josh, and then they're in on goal, and they've got the quality to punish you. And you don't know how you're down 1-0. You don't know how, and that's, again, the cruel side of it. And then the second goal was, a mistake that I've never personally ever seen out of Darlington. He's the best possession player in the last decade. He is the best ball-playing midfielder in the last decade. The analytics show that, and he feels horrible. He feels horrible because he cares so much, and that entire locker room feels horrible, and I feel horrible for him that it's another game they don't get a result, because I thought they deserve something out of the game.
And you mentioned him being offsides, Yeboah. He had a good night tonight, considering that it came out during the match that Etienne was sad at the beginning for disciplinary issues. How did Yeboah look to you? It looked like he was fighting for a position out there, although he was offside marginally. How did he play tonight? And then is there anything more about Etienne's disciplinary issue with the team?
Yeboah, I thought, had his best game of the year. Obviously, he's a player we signed, a player we believe in. He's a player that is adjusting to the league and his teammates and everything, and you see that with international guys. I thought he took a big step forward today. He was lively, he was in good positions. He even had a very good chance first half. Obviously scored the goal. They was slightly offside first half, and then the one second half that I thought was, it's inches, and he had a good shift today, so hopefully he can build on that. Nothing to talk about with Derek. That those type of things stay between me and the player and in our locker room.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Coach, they bring on Vela Rodriguez. How important is situational awareness, knowing where they are on the field at all times, to not let those kind of things happen?
Yeah, we knew they were coming on at halftime, so we knew. We told the guys. Obviously, we knew they'd come into the game. We didn't expect them to not start. We felt it was important to, when they weren't on the field, to come out flying and being aggressive, and ideally we would have liked to be up a goal before they brought them on. Clearly, with the games they've been playing, their open Cup looming as well on Wednesday. They play every 3 days. That their plan was, you could see in the first half, was to sit, kick us, foul us, chop the rhythm. I think it was 12-3 in fouls. I did not think the referee managed it well at all. I told him that after the game. I'll talk to Howard Webb about that as well, because I didn't think he managed that part of it very well at all. Too many repetitive fouls on Lucas and Darlington. Obviously gave yellows, but it was too late almost, and it was, I didn't think it was managed well at all, especially when there's professional fouling going on and it's a tactic to just kill the game. And so good plan on their part, not managed by the ref well. That was their plan, kick those two guys in particular, try to find a transition and a set piece. They didn't create much at all. Would have been nice to find the goal, but we knew they were coming in, and when you keep it 0-0 and then they can bring in two of the best players in the league. Carlos, you could argue the best player in the league. 2 years ago, obviously one of the best players in league history in terms of his goal production, and all he needs is a half chance, a moment. He doesn't need much. It wasn't like a team goal, either one. Neither one of those goals, they broke us down. Those are just mistakes, and two good players obviously making good plays.
We good? Oh, last question.
Last question. Milos has been off the injury report for a few weeks now. Is this a position now where he's fighting to get his spot back in the starting lineup over Josh or Jonathan there?
I think always with the back line, I like to keep continuity. And when Milos came out and Josh came in, we got 3 results in a row. So, I'm not a guy that's going to just yank a central defender or a goalkeeper out because we lose a game, and so I felt like, just like when Josh went out in preseason and Milos came in, and Milos got, I think it was 7 games or 8 in a row, I didn't feel the need to make a change to put Josh in. But when Milos got hurt and Josh went in, I thought we were playing well and defending well, and ultimately, keeping continuity is really important, especially in the back line. Obviously today, there are a few mistakes. I'll look at it, analyze it, we'll make decisions moving forward based on clearly performance. But Josh and Jonah are very good central defenders, and so is Milos. He's a very good central defender as well. So if you play a 4-back, you're gonna have to leave a guy off.
Thank you.
It's just the first time you've dealt with a delay like this before playing the game. Been around the game, like you said, a long time.
Yeah, I've never dealt with this type of delay this long ever. Weirdly, you would think we would have, but I've never. I've had games canceled in, youth soccer when I was playing, but in college games when I was playing and coaching. But I've never had a game like this. I don't think any of the players have. It's tough. But both teams had to deal with it. So for me, it's not a story of the game, other than I think we actually handled it. From my standpoint, you see in the first half, the way we came out, I thought we handled it better than they did. But we didn't get the goal, and they subbed on 2 very good players that turned the game on its head. And credit to them, credit to Steve, their coach. Obviously, they're getting results this year, doing very well. They're extremely talented, but credit to them. That's another very good team. That's why they're top of the league.
Yeah. Was there a belief in your room all along that this game would be played and it would get in?
Yeah. That's the belief you have to have. Otherwise, right, you're not ready. I think at one point, there was a conversation about possibly being moved to tomorrow, but all of a sudden it cleared. And like I said, I think we told the guys 6 or 7 times that we're going out the next 15 minutes, and then they put their shoes on, and then it's another 15 minutes, and then it's another 15 minutes, and then we, after the break, after we played, came back in, they said it was going to be 8:15 warm up, and then next thing you know, they told us it was going to be 7:45, and get out there. And our guys handled it well. This is a good group, good mentality, great group of guys. They're gutted right now. Completely gutted. You've got guys that are that are really not gutted for the wrong reasons, but for the right reasons, because they care, you know, and playing the two best teams in the league the last 2 games, I thought we had some bright spots, bright moments, but we fall short, and there's a lot to look at still, you know. I mean, we're still in the first third of the year. We're entering kind of mid-season, you know, the next several games, and I think these 2 games in a row allow us to kind of see how far we're off from where we want to be at the end, because New York City and LAFC are going to be in and around that MLS Cup for sure. So I think we're close in a lot of ways, and I think we're far off in a few ways as well. You know, we have to do better in around goal, and we know that. We know we have reinforcements coming. That will help. But it's my job as well to continue to just find solutions how we can do better. And today, the players gave everything they have. So if anybody wants to blame anyone, blame me. I'll take responsibility for always the results. And bottom line, I can say it's cruel, which it is today, but ultimately, you know, we got to get results, and I get that.
Thank you, Caleb. Appreciate your time.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Good night.